Hi, this is Scott Gehring with EPOC Martial Arts. The idea of hands to center is a golden principle of combat. The Kenpo Yellow Belt system is a series of self-defense techniques. How do these two ideas come together? Well, watch this video to find out.
Kenpo Yellow Belt and the Hands to Center Principle, brought to you by EPOC Martial Arts. Kenpo Karate is a comprehensive fighting art that centers on self-defense. It is a system that measures progression based on belt rank. Yellow Belt is the first and most fundamental level of obtainment. It often is overlooked due to its simplicity. However, locked within the belt are the first principles of combative motion and self-defense. Vital to understanding the Kenpo Yellow Belt is the principle of hands to center. What is the hands to center principle? Denoted with the acronym the H2C, hands to center is a concept in self-defense when someone tries to attack you. It is a flinch response where you thrust your hands in the center line. This response produces a minimum of 3 possible outcomes. 1 hand in, 1 hand out. 2 hands out. 2 hands in. Scott Gehring explains.
What exactly is hands to center? Well, the best way to understand hands to center is to understand centerline. This is our opponent's center line here. So this is James and I, we're squared off in a fight. This is the center line that connects me and James. Hands to center principle is when someone tries to put their hands on me, I simply get my hands to center. That's all hands to center is. So if I'm in a self-defense situation and James tries to bridge this line, cross this distance, put his hands through center line, I just bring my hands to center. So for example, if James grabs me with his right arm and I get my hands to center, if I have my hands in center, I'm on my way to self-defense. If I keep my hands down, I'm in trouble. James can grab me and move me around. Go ahead, James is big and strong, okay? So if I get my hands to center, at that point, now I'm on my way to putting in some kind of defense.
The 3 possible outcomes.
We'll start with the right hand. If James puts his right hand on me, there's 3 possible outcomes of this if I use hands to center. If I bring my hands to center, I can have 2 in. If I bring my hands to center this way, I can have 1 in, 1 out. And if I bring my hands to center this way, I can have 2 out. So there's 3 general possible outcomes of a hands to center. 2 in, 1 out, and 2 out.
Introducing Kenpo Yellow Belt. Yellow Belt comprises 10 self-defense techniques. Delayed sword, attacking mace, checking the storm, sword of destruction, sword and hammer, alternating maces, mace of aggression, captured twigs, grasp of death, deflecting hammer. Each one of these techniques illustrates a basic self-defense concept. Let's now connect how these techniques map to the hands to center principle. We will start with delayed sword. Delayed sword, 1 hand in, 1 hand out.
I just went hands to center. I have 1 in, 1 out. How does this map to yellow belt? Well, there's a technique in yellow belt called delayed sword. That is the delayed sword technique. So delayed sword is a reference point of 1 hand in and 1 hand out. What we do is we hammer the arm, we raise the kick, and we chop. That is delayed sword. It's off that reference point. So when James puts his hands on me, there's my delayed sword. That's for 1 in, 1 out.
Attacking mace, 2 hands out.
There's hands to center. James tries to punch. Straight thrust punch. Try to grab. 2 out. Try to punch. 2 out. 2 out. What reference point's this? This is a technique called attacking mace. 2 hand out reference point. Attacking mace. Let's show it this way. Attacking mace. 2 hand out reference point. Okay. 1 hand in, 1 hand out. Delayed sword. two hand out, attacking mace. Okay.
Checking the storm, two hands in.
What about two hand in? What about two hand in off the right? Checking the storm. Okay, checking the storm. So the attack varies on each one of these. Okay, for delayed sword, it's a grab. It's a grab. For attacking mace, it's a punch. For checking the storm, it's a club. But they're all based on the right. They're all right thrusts. Maybe slightly different angles, maybe slightly different configurations, but they're all right thrusts. And each move is covered in this matrix here. Okay. One hand in, two hand in, checking the storm. One hand in, one hand out. Delayed sword. Two hand out. Attacking mace.
What about the left hand?
So what we've reviewed so far is some of the Kenpo techniques that map to the paradigm of hands to center based on the three reference points. Two in, one hand out, and two out. What about the left hand? Well, the same paradigm occurs there. So if James puts his left hand on me, I can have two inside this way, I can have one in, one out this way, and I can have two out this way. Well, guess what? In the Kenpo yellow belt system, there is three more techniques to cover this. So ultimately, by the end, whatever hand he puts on me, whether it's left or right, either hand, doesn't matter. I have a solution for every single one of these reference points. So I just go my hands to center, and he chooses the technique.
Sword of destruction, two hands in, left.
Left hand, here, push your hand. Left hand, two hand. Sword of destruction. Sword of destruction. Left hand, two hand in. Sword of destruction. Again, just let's do it slow. Here, try to touch my hair. All right, touch my hair. Yeah. Two hand in. All right. Sword of destruction.
Sword and hammer, one hand in, one hand out, left.
This is a technique called sword and hammer. Now this one's a little more subtle and a little more obfuscated because it's from the side off a grab. Not everything has to be a frontal attack. Again, Kenpo is a 360 self-defense mechanism. All right, so this one's a little more obscure, but this is one hand out and one hand in. Reverse. The right hand's out. This hand's in. Good. Sword and hammer.
Alternating maces, two hands out, left.
For the left hand, we have two in. One hand in, one hand out. And then, what about two hand out? Two hand out. Well, there's a technique called alternating maces. So that's two hand out. Okay? Alternating maces. Alternating maces. All right. Okay.
The moral of the story.
So the moral of the story is whenever he puts a hand on me, whether it's left, right, I have one technique, which is hands to center. Everything else is an unfolding reference point off that. Okay? I'm not going to go through the whole Kenpo yellow belt system. It's a much more thorough system. This just gives you an idea of some of the principles and concepts in here and how it's a very comprehensive self-defense system in and of itself. I think it's bypassed a lot of times. I don't think people really spend a lot of time on it, but it's really the foundation for the whole Kenpo system. It's got all the base patterns of motion. Hope you found this helpful. Thank you very much.
This concludes the video on the Kenpo yellow belt and the hands to center principle. For more information, please visit EPOCMartialArts.com, check out SEF blog, or order the book Strategic Engagement of Force, a field guide for the use of martial arts strategy and tactics. I hope you found this video informative. See you next time. Thank you.